Hello, Discovery friends. Today we're going to talk about the Invention Game project, Task 2D. So far for Task 2, you've generated problems, things that you think are stuff that bugs you. You've talked to other people about what bugs them. You've taken one problem and you've talked about the different aspects of that problem. And now for Task 2D, you're going to generate some solutions and decide which ones are the best. Okay, so if we look at our example, spreadsheets seem to be the best way to handle that, so this is a Google Sheet. So the problem that we have for the example is access to clean water. And the student who did this came up with 3 solutions before she started her decision grid. And her 3 solutions were the Brita filter pipe, so a pipe that would have filters built in, a place to dig a well to get to water, or to truck in clean water. And then she chose 3 criteria by which to judge these different solutions. One was the impact on the environment, one was the health of the people, like would it make the water clean enough to be healthy, and then one was cost. So that's a nice balance of different criteria to use. Then she decided that what was most important was people's health. So she gave that the heaviest weight in terms of criteria. So environmental impact was important, but not as important as health. And if you have limited money, maybe cost is more important than that. Then she went through and she gave a rating for each invention. And notice that her ratings do not overlap. She didn't give both the Brita filter pipe and the wells the same rating for environmental impact. You have to rate them differently. And since the goal is to get the most points in order to determine the best answer, whatever the best solution is, or whatever is the, like in this case, it's lowest environmental impact, that would get the most points, okay, or the highest rating. Then what happens is that number is multiplied by the weight and it gives you a score. So you can see that if we just talk about the Brita filter pipe in terms of these 3 things, it earned the most points for health because that was the thing with the highest rating. Okay, so then again, if we look at health, Brita filter pipe got 3 for that. Creating wells got a 1 for that because they can become contaminated and they can make people sick. And trucking in clean water, you're more sure that your water source is pure. So this got a 2 in the rating. And again, Brita filter pipe 1. So then if we just jump down to the totals, we've got a score for the Brita filter, we've got a score for creating wells, and we have a score for trucking in water. And really, we don't even need the rating added up. What we want to really focus in on is what this final score is. And according to that, Brita filter pipe is the winning solution in this situation. Okay, so your job then is going to be to look at the problem grid that you made, the attribute listing you made for task 2C, develop at least 3 solutions to the problem, and then create your decision matrix, okay, which is that example that we just saw. So basically a decision matrix is something that uses criteria and weights, and then we just saw this, so you're going to have criteria by which to judge it by. Those criteria are going to be weighted in terms of importance, and then you're going to list what your 3 or more inventions are that are going to solve the problem here, and then you're going to rank them according to which one is strongest for each criteria. Additionally, not only do we have an example, but for this one we have a template. So when you come to this, you can create a copy of this form. So if we go to File, Make a Copy, because you won't be able to edit it otherwise. Then in the bottom there are 2 tabs that you can select. Let me stretch our screen out. So the first page are the directions, and the second one is actually the templates. So you'll replace this text with your criteria and your solutions, and then you need to do the ratings. Okay, so make sure that you filled in what you think your ratings are, and the ratings, when you're going across, your ratings should not match. Each criteria should get assigned a 1, a 2, or a 3, depending on which one's better than the others. You have to make a decision about which one's better for each criteria. And then I think we have it set so there's already formulas. It's going to automatically add these things up for you. And that's what you need to know about Task 2D decision making.